The Food and Drug Administration says a recall of organic eggs sold at Costco is now classified at the highest risk level for potential salmonella contamination, meaning that there is a reasonable probability that a recalled product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. The 24-count packages of organic pasture-raised eggs were sold under the Kirkland Signature brand. They have a use-by date of January 6th. People who may have the eggs should either throw them out or return them to the store for a refund. The CDC reports positive flu tests are up 9% in the most recent week, and cases of whooping cough are 6 times last year's rate. Dr. Susanna Hills appeared on CBS Mornings to discuss how to avoid getting sick and protect loved ones this holiday season.
It's sort of common sense guidelines that we've given for all viruses apply this year as well. Keep yourself healthy by washing your hands. Avoid contact if you can with others who are sick, or limit that. If you're sick yourself, then just be aware of protecting those around you, and also be particularly cautious if you're at risk, if you have immunodeficiency, if you're at risk for being particularly susceptible if you do get sick.
The flu season typically runs through April. Health experts recommend you get your flu shot if you haven't already. From holiday get-togethers to getting those presents wrapped, there's a lot to do this week. And while this time of year can bring joy, it can also create tension. Mandy Gaither gives us ways to handle the holiday stress.
If the most wonderful time of the year is feeling a bit overwhelming, you're not alone.
There are school breaks and holidays, but then there's also the expectations that we put on ourselves that things have to look a certain way or we should feel a certain way.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says handling holiday stress starts with acknowledging it. She says we're often not aware of how we feel and we can't do anything about it until we recognize it. Then address the stress by giving yourself permission to do things differently, especially if certain holiday traditions are exhausting. And be realistic before adding to your to-do list. Make sure you can get those things done. She says to also allow yourself to say no.
It can be as simple as, thank you so much for the invite. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make it this year. And leave it at that.
If some of your stress involves being around certain family members, Baumstein says to set boundaries. Let them know in advance that controversial topics are off limits and have a plan on how to take a break if you need one. Finally, practice gratitude.
It's not the absence of hard things. It's actually the recognition and appreciation of what's good, even in the midst of pain or suffering or struggle.
The therapist says many times we rush through the holidays without taking the time to really enjoy them. She says grounding yourself in the moment, appreciating the sounds, smells, and feelings this time of year can help you to stop thinking about your to-do list and allow you to lean into the joy this time of year can bring.